Should the Niners claim Jack Jones off waivers? Cornerback from the Patriots, good player. They waived him. Give the good people who watch our shows some background, Larry.
Well, okay, so this guy's role has gone backwards the last couple of years, and he's had some issues internally with the Patriots, but this guy can flat out play. Loved him at Arizona State. Now, he missed a curfew on November the 4th, the night before the Patriots played the Commanders. And, the Patriot, as you see often, when things go south, sometimes you lose some players along the way as far as their focus and their intensity. And I just think that it's a personal deal between him and Belichick. He spent the first 6 games of this season on the IR with a hamstring injury that he hurt in practice. And then he's been a backup the past 4 games. But they're 2-8. They're in last place in the AFC. And this guy was a 4th-round pick out of Arizona State. He played 13 games and 2 starts as a rookie. He had a couple picks. He's a really good cover guy. And you can't fake good cover guys. And he did have a gun charge that was dropped. He showed up at the airport with a gun and some ammo. And but the charge
did he pull
dropped.
Dave Chappelle? Did he say, "Sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do that"?
Did he pull
Sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
it works.
But this guy can play. I mean, this is a good player. I mean, a really good player. I mean, this guy could start, and if you get him in the right frame of mind, he could be very, very valuable. Now you got to see if you can make it through waivers. I don't know if he will or won't, but I mean, he did play this last week against Indy in Germany, but he played like 10, 12 snaps. It wasn't a lot, but the guy can flat out cover, and he's a really good young corner. So. Does he have some issues off the field? Does he have some issues internally there with New England? Yeah, but I don't think this guy's a bad guy, and I think he's a really good football player, and he's a California kid. He's born down in Southern California in Long Beach. I think if you could get a guy like this, you would play him significantly. I mean, this would be a gift if somehow you could wind up with this player and you could get the focused version of Jack Jones. You'd be adding, a young player who's enormously talented, and could arguably be your best corner if he plays to his capability. So yeah,
he gave up a passer rating last year of 64 on the Patriots, who have no pass rushers I can name. I mean, this to me seems like a no-brainer. He got into it with Bill Belichick. He missed a curfew. He got in trouble. He made a mistake. It sounds like a young man who made a mistake to me. A young man who made a mistake, and the charges were dropped, and he can play cornerback, which is the position the Niners need. I mean, he's on waivers. I'm not saying trade a third anything for him, but you could pick him up off waivers. He's probably not even going to make it to the Niners. I think that's a no-brainer.
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 If this guy is out there,
Thomas.
Oh, this guy could be better than Mooney Ward. I mean, this guy can flat out play. I mean, this is not the kind of corner that you would ever think that would wind up just available. So, I mean, this guy is a tremendous talent. And it's a unique situation. He's a 5'11" corner, 175 pounds, 4th-round pick, ran 4.51 coming out, 1.54 on the 10-yard split, same as Brock. He's very quick. 13 games as a reserve, as a true freshman at ASU, and then just got better and better and better and better. So I like him. I mean, he went to Long Beach Poly down in Southern California, super high recruit, like 5-star recruit, and started off at SC and then was ruled academically ineligible. But he's had some problems, and I don't know how the 49ers will view his past. I mean, he was arrested way, way back for breaking into a restaurant after hours, and he pleaded guilty to a second-degree misdemeanor charge of commercial burglary, spent a year to JC, but this is years ago, transferred to ASU. But what he is just a ball-hawking, awesome corner who's got awesome...
So he's made some mistakes.
He's made some mistakes.
Multiple mistakes.
Yeah. But
who hasn't?
But this guy also has, the quickness, the coverage ability, the hips, the feet to be an outstanding corner. So I mean, and so what if you sign him and you don't like him? That one guy is not going to ruin your culture.
Can I make a point real quick? The Niners just traded for Randy Gregory. No offense to Randy Gregory, but not now all of a sudden, like they're going to put their foot down at Jack Jones. I mean,
Gregory's issues were what? Marijuana use. Marijuana's illegal,
yeah,
probably in every state in the union almost.
That is true. They changed that. All right, let's take some super chats. Brother Bob says I hit the like button for Iglet. Good to see you. Not for Larry? Dang, Brother Bob. Sean?
Yeah, see, Brother Bob and I, he might be feuding. We might have a little feud.
You got to take him out for a drink, man. You got to settle that one.
Come on, Brother Bob. Come on back.
Sean O'Leary says, I try not to get too low or too high with this team. They deserve credit, but that secondary is still an issue. Ward had yet more holding penalties and some that weren't called, and that's allegedly our best corner. 2. He has 2 every game. I don't understand, man. He's just the most handsy cornerback I've ever seen, man. He's needs to keep his hands to himself.
He doesn't play with tons of poise with the ball in the air. I think he panics a little bit. There's times when it's just like, dude, you're there. Just let your coverage be good enough or not good enough.
Yeah, agree. Who gets the MVP of the matchup, boys? What?
The matchup, boys?
Who gets the MVP of the matchup, boys? I don't know. You're gonna have to. Yeah, for $2, I can't tell you. Bird Creature says, "Hey Grant, curious about reaction. Already know what Larry thinks. If Purdy were a car, what type of car would he be?" Man, he'd be. That's a good question. He'd be like the lowest price point of a car. He'd be the kind of car you could get for what? Like a new car you could get for $20,000, something like that. 15, 20,000. And it's got like very little horsepower. But everything else about the car is just phenomenal. I mean, the entertainment system, the warranty, the durability, the safety. It's a Volvo.
I would say it's a Honda CRV.
It's a Honda CRV.
It's a Honda CRV. Okay. Are you going to beat anybody off the line? No. Mm-hmm. But are you ever going to, is it ever going to let you down? No. I mean, it's basically a very dependable, it's going to go and go and go.
Now, we don't know necessarily about the longevity, but you're going to get bang for your buck. It could be a Prius. It could be like that kind of a car, an electric car, because you're going to save at the pump and you're going to like that. Good question. All right, let's get back to the show.